Welcome back to Slowpoke Café, the devlog series which is definitely not a front for Team Rocket's Slowpoke tail operations. In the last episode, we created our cooking system, which allowed us to move items around, cook them, and create meals. Which is great and all, but how am I going to feed all these hungry customers by myself? Luckily, I have the right team for the job. Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I'll figure something out. Well, looks like the unpaid interns I hired croaked trying to get me some fresh Magikarp. Something about a red Gyarados. I guess you ungrateful will have to do. So how do we teach these Pokemon how to cook? It's not like there's a TM for culinary arts. Well, the short answer is, we have to code it. The long answer is, alright, so apparently Unity has this new fancy package called the behavior graph. No idea how it's different from the regular behavior tree, but hey, how hard could it be to use? Yeah, I'm not even going to try. Alright, let's forget about behavior graphs. Let's try something a bit more old school, like the good old state machine. A state machine is a design pattern used to control the behavior of game elements through the use of states. A state is an encapsulation of a specific behavior, such as idling or walking. Additionally, each state contains certain conditions that, when met, will trigger a transition to a different state. For example, if a Pokemon is in the idle state and spots an ingredient it needs, it will transition into the move to state and start making its way towards the item. Once in range of the item, it switches to the pickup state and picks up the item. Simple, right? Alrighty, we can tell our Pokemon to move to certain parts around the cafe. We're off to a great start. They can pick up and put items down. We're finally getting somewhere. Would you take a look at that? We got them cleaning dishes. We'll have them cooking in no time. So the biggest issue with state machines was the transitions. Every time a Pokemon needed to do something new, I had to manually code in new transitions for every new state. And as I started adding more and more behaviors to the Pokemon, this became a nightmare to manage, and an absolute pain to debug. But what other options do we have? I mean, there has to be a less messier way to do this, right? Why don't we do a bit of research? What is this? GOAP? What is GOAP? GOAP works using three key parts: goals, actions, and the world state. For a Pokemon to do anything, we first need to give it a goal, such as making a recipe. Next, we define a set of actions the Pokemon can perform. Each action consists of two components: a set of preconditions that need to be true for the action to execute, and an expected effect that will happen after the action is completed. Finally, we have the world state. It contains all the information the Pokemon needs to complete its goals. Once we have all these three pieces, the GOAP algorithm takes over. It's like a master puzzle solver, dynamically linking up actions and conditions until it finds the best way to reach the goal. And the best part? We don't have to build it from scratch. We can just use the free Unity GOAP package on the asset store. That's already half the work done for us, so the rest should be pretty easy to implement. And there we have it. We got Turtwig taking and delivering orders, Chimchar cooking up 5-star meals, and we got Piplup. Anyways, that's a wrap up on episode 3. We now have actual Pokemon cooking in our kitchen. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please leave a like because it really helps out the channel, and subscribe so you don't miss out the next episode.